said the storm is coming, they're calling me out to play. Got a feeling I'm gonna win, and they think that I don't have game. I know before I've had a few falls, I've got dirt all on my face. Baby, today I'm gonna win, and you're gonna remember my name. You're gonna remember my name. Gonna remember my name. I've got a feeling you're gonna remember my name.
Hello and welcome to Sup't Scoop. I'm Dr. Kenneth Hamilton, your host and the superintendent of the Mount Vernon City School District. We've got an exciting show planned for you today. Our first segment features a special student and parent assignment at Holmes Elementary School. Layla Jackson is going to tell us about a balloon experiment that took her all the way to the southern region of the country. Then we're going to stop by Mount Vernon High School and have a conversation with our basketball coach, Coach Semino, and some of our students there. Then for our next segment, we're going to spend some time doing the ribbon cutting at Graham Elementary School as the first 2020 project is completed at the ribbon cutting ceremony at Graham Elementary School auditorium. And finally, we'll close out our segment with a conversation with the executive director of the Breast Cancer Foundation and the great work that they're doing to raise funds. So thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a great show in store for you today, and we'll be right back.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
So we are at Holmes Elementary School today in Mount Vernon, New York, and with me is Layla Jackson, who is a student at Holmes Elementary School, and her mother, Donna Jackson. And we're here today to talk about an exciting experiment that Layla was a part of. And this is our opportunity to really talk about how parents and teachers can work together and create the kinds of partnerships that enhance learning experiences for our students. So Ms. Jackson, why don't you just tell me a little bit about the project, and then I'm going to ask Layla to describe for me what it was like for her.
So Layla had a science lesson on scientific inquiry, and while she captured the basic concepts of it, it was kind of, she still wasn't really connecting with the lesson. So we came up with an experiment in my office that would help to drive home the lesson.
So Layla, why don't you tell us about your experiment, what you did, and what happened as a result?
So for the experiment, we got a balloon, and we got an index card, and we tied it onto the balloon, and we wrote my name, how old I was, and what school I went to, and we mostly just went outside and let it go into the air.
Wow, awesome. So I understand that not only did it just go in the air, but it traveled almost 400 miles away from here. Where did it finally land?
In West Virginia.
And how did you know it landed in West Virginia?
Well, my mom told me that it traveled almost 400 miles, and
So Haley received the balloon in West Virginia, and she wrote to you to let you know that the balloon landed there. Mm-hmm. And I understand it was actually featured on the local news in West Virginia. What was that like for you?
It was mostly surprising.
Have you talked to Haley?
Yeah, by now.
So what did she say to you in her letter?
To my pen pal. Dear pen pal. Hi, my name is Haley Wagner. I'm in 4th grade, just like you. My school is Gracie Spring Elementary School in Rockingham, Virginia. I find your balloon in Templeton, which is in Broadway, Virginia. I was so excited to find your balloon when I got off of the bus. You can write to me anytime, and we can write back and forth. You can send your letters to this address.
Awesome. So, have you written her back?
Yeah.
And maybe at some point we'll be able to connect the two of you. Like I said, I know this broadcast on the local news there. I saw the report, and we're going to show some of that footage as well. But I wanted to introduce your teacher at this time and have her come in and talk a little bit about what the lesson was and what this experience was like. So joining us now is fourth grade teacher from Holmes Elementary School, Mrs. Rinaldi. So Mrs. Rinaldi, tell me about the lesson and how this lesson helped forge the kinds of partnerships that we know are so important between schools and parents and helping students maximize their learning experiences.
Well, we started with why scientists do experiments, and we were talking about the air inside of a balloon and what could happen to the air inside of the balloon when it's warmed and what happens when it cools. And the children went home and they reviewed that with their parents, and they were able to talk about it in class and talk about it at home and share it at home. And then Layla and her mom took it one step further, and they actually did the experiment at home, and it was just a wonderful experience for Layla and for all my students to actually see that something that they can do at home, that they learned in class and that they could do at home, can really benefit and can reach so many different people and so far away.
So have the students, other students in the class, been able to see the news footage of Layla's experiment yet?
We did not get, I read the letter to them because Layla's mom did share it with us, and the children were very excited. Yes, we look forward to seeing the footage.
Excellent.
For sure.
Well, this is a great example of how partnerships can really enhance learning experiences for our children. I thank you so much for being a part of our show today. I thank you for sharing your classroom with us. And most importantly, I thank you for the learning experience that turned out to be so enriching, not just for Layla, but for all of the students in your classroom. And we'll be right back with the next segment of Sup't Scoop.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music, playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Hello and welcome back to Sup't Scoop. Joining me now is our basketball coach, Coach Robert Cimino, and the varsity team for the 2016-2017 school year. Last year was an extraordinary year for our basketball team, as it has been since Coach Cimino has been at the lead. Coach, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about what last season was like, what the record was, and what you anticipate for this season?
Very good, Dr. Hamilton. We finished 17-6. We had a fantastic experience in traveling to Vancouver, Canada. We saw a lot of growth, and then we entered the County Center playoffs, and we got to the championship game, and we came up short. So the gentlemen who are sitting here are more determined than ever to put us back with the Section 1 gold ball. So we have a definite focus since we did not leave County Center on a positive winning note.
Okay.
We're entering the year with a great nucleus of returning players. They're all very good student athletes, which is definitely important to us. We've had a lot of college coaches come through our open gym, so we're looking for some scholarships, and we're anxious to get started on November 14th.
Well, Mount Vernon is known for its basketball team. It has a long history of producing some extraordinary players. What is it about your coaching style that contributes to that kind of reputation, and how has it morphed over the years?
I think that I've just sat back a long time and watched from my early years doing basically the farm system when I was doing CYO ball, and I saw what Mount Vernon basketball players enjoyed. And they enjoy the camaraderie of each other. They enjoy a fast-paced game. And I just want to put them in an atmosphere where they can grow, develop, and really be proud to be a member of the team. And I think that hard work is indicative of this team and this group. And so I think we're going to look for really good things.
One of the things that I have to say I'm extremely impressed with is my interaction with the boys. Win or lose, they are always poised. They are always great ambassadors for Mount Vernon, always respectful. How does that translate into building a team spirit and how the kids continue to represent our district?
I think that they generally like each other, and it's evidenced by basically being with each other for 12 months. They do a lot of off-season workouts, a lot of study halls, a lot of weightlifting together, a lot of open gym, summer ball, summer camp, and it all goes back to the model of hard work wins. I kind of think that Mount Vernon basketball over the years has always been on a pedestal due to all the hard work, the sweat that the young folks put in. Ben Gordon was a great role model for everybody in that he was the hardest worker that I've ever seen. And they know that, and they know the heights that he reached with his personal success. So I think they're in the work mode.
Often I'm asked, what is the feeder system like? And so when you get your players, what experience do they generally have before they get here?
It's fortunate. My position, we have a great feeder system in Mount Vernon in a couple of different modes. We have the Mount Vernon Junior Nights, which is out of the First Methodist Church on Summit and Lincoln. We have our Boys and Girls Club from South 6th. We have YCOP program. We have the New Flex Youth Program, which is really developing now. We've just got a plethora of interested individuals who want to help, and it makes my job so much easier.
Well, one of the things that we're looking to do in our upcoming budget cycle is to create a middle school feeder program for you as well as our football team. We've invested an awful lot of money into getting our facilities up to par, and of course with that comes greater expectations for what our coaches and our teams are able to do. So what's coming up for this season? I hear there's this great experience coming up in Hawaii.
We are so fortunate and blessed to be able to travel to Oahu. We are Waikiki Beaches, Diamond Head, and we're going to play in the prestigious Iolani Classic, which is a nationally known tournament. We're one of 16 teams who will be participating, 8 from the mainland, 8 from Hawaii, and some of the top teams in the nation will be there. We're very well known there. They like our brand of ball. They invite us back from time to time because we play so hard and we're pretty good. And we just saw this past week that the #1 team in the nation will be there. So we'll have our work cut out for us.
That's awesome. And how does the academics fit in? I want to make sure that our viewing audience understands that while skills on the court are certainly important, at the end of the day, there's an academic component that has to be in place as well.
The fellas are all striving to become really good student athletes. On the varsity level, we take no one who fails a class. We just figure if you're going to be a determined athlete, you better really do what you're supposed to do in the class. When after working hard in this gym and elevating your game athletically, the students have put together an academic profile that the NCAA approves and Division I institutions approve of, and we have parents and the whole community in there, and we will be inviting you to have signing ceremonies when the young folks, along with their parents, sit down, take out a nice pen, and sign for free for 4 years of college. That's the ultimate goal for a Mount Vernon night.
Awesome. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back, and I'll start having conversations with some of our student athletes. Welcome back. Joining me now is the incredible Mount Vernon varsity basketball team. I'm going to ask the players to introduce themselves, tell me who they are, what grade they are in, and what position they play.
I'm Greg Calix, class of 2017, and I play center.
I'm Noah Morgan, class of 2017, and I'm a guard.
Truth Harris, class of 2019, and I'm a guard.
Smith, class of 2017, power forward.
Dimitri Roberts, class of 2018, point guard.
Eric Monroe, class of 2017, guard.
Aaron Lewis, class of 2017, guard.
Jason Douglas Stanley, class of 2018, shooting guard.
Javius Commodore, class of 2017, guard.
So, fellas, how do you feel about this trip to Hawaii coming up?
Sort of for me. Yep. I'm excited along with my teammates. Me and Noah, we went our freshman year in 9th grade, so we're excited to go back and hopefully do damage.
Yeah, like Greg said, we all are excited to make an impact in Hawaii, not just go out there for a vacation. It's a business trip. We're going out there to win.
So, talk a little bit about what it's like to be a member of a team. So, because Mount Vernon has this incredible reputation for its basketball team, you really have become essentially ambassadors for the district, because a lot of people may never make it to Mount Vernon, but they will be exposed to you, which represents our district and what we're about. What is that like? Does that add any additional pressure to you, or does it just make playing even more fun?
Personally, for me, it makes playing even more fun. For every home game we have or every game that we go to, playing, knowing that our community is watching and supporting us is a great feeling. So I don't really feel pressure. I just feel like I have to perform for the city and everybody's watching.
I don't think it's pressure as well. I just think that we are expected to go out and perform great by our teammates, our community, and our coach. So every time we go out and play, we know we have to perform.
One of the things that I am really impressed with is whenever I come to a game, you are always so well poised and so well mannered, even in the face of opposition where the crowd may not necessarily be as friendly, or where you're playing a rival team and the pressure is even higher, but you're always poised, you're always positioned appropriately, and it does my heart good to be the superintendent and see how well you behave. How do you keep it together under that kind of pressure?
Well, it starts with the coaching staff. We have a great coaching staff, Coach Semino, along with assistant coaches. It's discipline. We practice discipline. We have punishments for things that we weren't supposed to do, so it's just discipline. We know how to carry ourselves and just to carry ourselves to class.
We all been taught at a young age how to be disciplined and how to keep our poise. So as seniors and as captains, we, on the court and off the court, got to make sure that we are poised and we are together, because that's our job.
So a lot of kids that I've worked with, I've been in education for 32 years, and I've yet to meet a young black man who didn't have plans to play in the NFL or play in the NBA, and sometimes that's at the risk of being focused on the academics. What are your plans after high school, and how do you plan to pursue your academic endeavors and maintain your love for your sport?
Well, my plans are to go Division I, obviously, to play college basketball, but on the other hand, I want to study business and get my degree.
I want to obviously go to college too, get a 4-year scholarship, and I plan to take basketball as far as it takes me, but I also, if basketball doesn't work out, would like to become a physical therapist.
Okay. Let's hear from some of the other guys. What are your plans after high school?
My plans after high school is definitely to see if I can get into a good college, get a great education, and go as far as basketball can take me as well.
My plans after high school is obviously to play Division I, get a full ride to college, but if basketball don't work out, I would like to study sports management.
Okay.
My plans after high school is to go to college 4 years. If college doesn't work out for me, if basketball doesn't work out for me, I plan on being a technician later in life.
Okay.
I plan on going to college, graduating 4 years, and I would like to be a IT technician.
Okay.
My plans after high school is to go to college, and after I get out of college, get a job in sports management.
My plans after high school are to go to college for free and to use basketball and create resources and people who can help me in life and help me achieve what I want to do after college.
Awesome. This one right over there.
My plans after high school is to get a scholarship for basketball for college, and if that doesn't work out, do physical therapy.
Wow. Well, I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of Sup't Scoop, this special edition. We're excited about your journey through this season and especially your trip to Hawaii. I can't thank you enough for the work that you do and how well you continue to represent our district. And I have to tell you, it's not just my impression. I have other people who have contacted me by way of email or phone calls to talk about how well you guys are. And Coach Cimino, I know that's in a large part because of who you are and what you represent, but they're also a reflection of their homes as well. And it does indeed take a village to raise a child. So that concludes this part of our show. We'll be back with our next segment. Thank you again for tuning in, and thank you again, fellows, for being a part of this show. We'll be right back.
If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. You get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
Welcome, everybody, and good evening. We are very, very pleased to be here at the inaugural ribbon cutting of the Graham School Auditorium. I would like to introduce a few people, then I'm going to tell you a few things about what we did here. This is Dr. Hamilton, the superintendent, right next to me. Natasha Hunter-McGregor, the principal of the building of Graham School. Troy Newby, the assistant principal. Adrian Saunders, the trustee from the board, the vice president of the Board of Education. Dr. Gorman, on my right, the deputy superintendent. To my left, Mike Policio, the facilities director. I'm Ken Silver, the assistant superintendent for business. Before we cut the ribbon, we want to tell you a little bit about what we did here. This is part of our 2020 vision, one of our first projects completed as part of the superintendent's vision for 2020. This auditorium, when we started, had the original seats that were almost 100 years old. And they weren't safe to sit in, they fell over, they were just a mess. And through a lot of hard work and efforts, we changed the seats, we changed the carpeting, we redid the sound system, the lights, the stage. Every piece of this is brand new. We spent over $500,000 on this, and we expect this to last for many, many years and to be a showplace in the community for productions, people to get together, school programs, educational programs, and for all the people who live in the community, this will be a place to gather when we have our special events. So thank you very much. Dr. Hamilton?
Well, again, welcome. We are very proud of the 2020 vision that's underway in our district, and even more proud to see our first project come to fruition. Next to the media center of the library, the school auditorium is really the hub of the building. It's a place where students assemble for rewards, incentives, different things that really require students to come together in one common area. So it really is a place in the school building where great things happen and where children should be able to come and commune in a place that says you're important and where we raise standards and expectations for where we want our children to be educated. And the better we are at creating new examples for our children, the more they can aspire to and the more they can expect of us and the more we can then expect of them. So this is just one example of what we're doing throughout the community. There are so many projects on tap right now that are underway and we plan to have come to complete fruition by 2020. But more importantly, along the way, we're going to experience some growing pains, some inconveniences, and we just ask for your indulgence while we create a better Mount Vernon and, most importantly, a better opportunity for our children, which they all deserve. And we need you to help educate our children about how to preserve and respect the things that we are doing, like the auditorium, and reminding them that this is not a place where you bring food and drinks in, for example, and getting them to not write on the walls and not deface the building, really teaching them how to respect their property, and when they leave our schools, they'll respect your property as well. So this really is a community effort. While we create new opportunities for our kids, we also have to educate them about how to respect and embrace them. Dr. Hunter McGregor?
Good evening. Thank you once again for sharing in this wonderful experience with us. I would just like to say a special thank you to our superintendent of schools, to our school board members, to my assistant principal, Mr. Newby, to our parents, and most importantly, our students and staff members and families. We are just excited about this experience and, revitalizing an educational environment here at Graham School. And we're committed to the superintendent's vision. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful evening.
Saunders, you want to have a few words?
No, I just want to say thank you all for coming and supporting this new addition to our school district. I was once an alumni from the school district, and this does look so much better than it did 1 year ago. But again, thank you so much for coming.
Okay. All right, this is the official ribbon cutting. All right.
Yep.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's going to happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Welcome back to Sup't Scoop. Joining me now is Mrs. Farood, who is the Executive Director for Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm thrilled to be here.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the foundation?
We are a 501c3 public charity right here in the Hudson Valley. Our mission is to fund support services for people affected by breast cancer in the 8 counties of the Hudson Valley, including Westchester, of course.
Awesome. Well, we know that making partnerships is key to making a difference, and we're very proud of the partnership that we've been able to forge with you. And I am very happy to present this check on behalf of our school district to the Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation in the amount of $400 as a result of some fundraising that we did on behalf of your organization.
Thank you so much. We're honored. This was the first year that we did, we declared October 14 a day as Miles of Hope Day in all 8 counties. And the beauty was that it was embraced by superintendents such as yourself. All county executives in all 8 counties declared October 14 Miles of Hope Day. And it's been just an honor, rewarding, meeting all of you guys, hanging out with school kids, all dressed in pink. I mean, it's just been so much fun.
Well, your work is just extraordinary. Any work that lends itself to finding a cure to cancer. I am a cancer survivor. In fact, this month I celebrate my 5 years.
Oh, congratulations.
So I appreciate all the work that you do, and thank you for being a part of this effort with our district.
Well, thank you. And I think the important thing was certainly to give the kids an excuse to wear pink, right? And to raise money for programs right here in the Hudson Valley, but also that your staff and anyone associated with the Mount Vernon School District know that if they have breast cancer, if they're in treatment for breast cancer and they need help, that they know where we are and they know
Awesome.
how to reach us. So
Very
I have a
good.
present for you. So I was going to pin this on you, but now I can't with my
Oh,
my
I'm
mic.
honored.
But
Thank you.
That's a lapel pin, a pink ribbon lapel pin, and we just want to say thank you so much for participating.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back with our next segment on Sup't Scoop.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank our guests today, Coach Semino, Layla Jackson and her mom, Donna Jackson, the director of the Breast Cancer Foundation, and of course, a special thanks to our team who worked so hard to bring the 2020 vision together and making that auditorium the first project that we're able to showcase in our district. We'll see you next time on Sup't Scoop. Until then, have a great day.